Admiral Kellner Eriks of the Galactic Union stood in front of the holographic display, his two sets of eyes narrowing in deep focus. The pulsing red dots, representing their top-tier scout vessels, blinked out of existence one by one as they neared the Terran system. This was the third fleet to vanish without a trace in as many cycles. "Impossible," he muttered, his tentacles flicking in agitation. "How can a primitive race like the Terrans have technology capable of this?" His second-in-command, Commander Tylo Oren, hovered nearby, her bioluminescent skin shimmering with unease. "Maybe it's not technology, Admiral. Could we be missing some natural phenomenon?" Eriks shook his head, his mandibles clicking in irritation. "Unlikely. Our sensors would have picked up any irregularities. No, this is intentional. It's time for us to take a more direct approach." The command center of the Union flagship was buzzing with activity. Species from across the galaxy worked in unison, their diverse physiologies highlighting the variety of life among the stars. Despite their advanced technology and interstellar experience, Earth remained a mystery. "Prepare a diplomatic vessel," Eriks ordered. "We will approach them openly. No more stealth. If the Terrans have developed defenses of this magnitude, we need to know how." As the crew hurried to comply, Commander Oren voiced the unspoken concern lingering in the recycled air. "And if they're hostile, sir?" Eriks's exoskeleton creaked as he turned toward the large view screen, where the blue-green planet of Earth hovered in its center. "Then," he said grimly, "may the cosmic architects have mercy on us all." Far across the galaxy, hidden deep beneath the Rocky Mountains, Dr. Maya Ortiz removed her VR headset and grinned at her team. "Another fleet neutralized, folks. The shield system is exceeding all expectations." The room erupted into applause. Earth's stealthy holographic deflection and dimensional displacement system, known as HFY, was humanity's greatest triumph and its most closely guarded secret. Colonel James Walker, the military liaison to the project, approached with a mix of awe and concern on his weathered face. "Incredible work, Doctor, but we can't keep this up forever. They're bound to figure it out." Maya's excitement tempered with the weight of their predicament. "I know, Jim, but every ship we divert buys us more time. Time to prepare. Humanity isn't ready for open contact yet. It could lead to conflict." "And where exactly are we sending these alien ships?" a young technician asked, voicing the question everyone was thinking. Maya's eyes gleamed with mischief. "Let's just say they're getting a scenic tour of some alternate dimensions. They're perfectly safe, just temporarily misplaced." As if on cue, alarms blared throughout the facility. A frantic voice came over the intercom. "Dr. Ortiz, we've detected a massive object entering the solar system, and it's not hiding this time." The celebratory mood evaporated, replaced by tension. Maya exchanged a knowing look with Colonel Walker. The game had changed. "Looks like our cosmic visitors are done playing hide and seek," Jim muttered. Maya took a deep breath, steadying herself. "Then it's time we show them what humanity is truly capable of. Initiate first contact protocols, and get me the president. Things are about to get interesting." As the facility buzzed with controlled chaos, Maya couldn't help but feel a mix of excitement and dread. Humanity had managed to keep its greatest technological breakthrough a secret, from both its own population and the watchful eyes of the galaxy's most advanced civilizations. But now, the veil was about to be lifted. HFY, the product of a breakthrough in quantum entanglement and dimensional phasing, allowed Earth to sidestep alien vessels into parallel dimensions. It was non-violent, elegant, and had given Earth precious time to prepare for this inevitable moment. But as the alien vessel approached, Maya knew the deception could not continue. The galaxy was about to discover that the supposedly primitive humans had outwitted them all. In the Oval Office, President Sonia Hale stood before a screen, addressing the world's leaders. Tension filled the room as the alien ship loomed large, its otherworldly design starkly reminding them of the gravity of the situation. "Ladies and gentlemen," President Hale began, her voice steady despite the historical weight pressing down on her shoulders. "The moment we've prepared for has arrived. Dr. Ortiz, would you please explain our position?" Maya stepped forward, acutely aware of the stakes. For the past decade, we've been using the Sci system to redirect alien scout ships into parallel dimensions. This has bought us time, but now we must decide how to reveal our capabilities to the Galactic Union. The Chinese premier leaned forward, eyes narrowed. And you're sure this system can't be used offensively? Maya shook her head. No, Sci is purely defensive. It creates localized dimensional bubbles that shift objects into parallel realities. We can return the ships at any time, but using it as a weapon is extremely limited. The Russian president leaned back, deep in thought. Remarkable. But how do we know the aliens won't retaliate once they find out? Before Maya could respond, a new voice cut through the tension. Because we haven't given them any reason to. All eyes turned toward the door, where a disheveled man in a lab coat stood grinning. Dr. Kenji Nakamura, Maya muttered, both relieved and exasperated. I thought you were still in Antarctica. Kenji beamed. I was until about an hour ago. Quantum entanglement has its perks, you know. President Hale raised an eyebrow. Dr. Nakamura, you have something to add? Kenji's eyes twinkled. Indeed, I do. While Maya and her team have been playing interdimensional hide-and-seek, my team has been communicating with the displaced alien crews. Gasps rippled through the room. Maya's jaw dropped. How? The dimensional shift should have prevented communication. Yes, but it created a unique quantum resonance. We've been exchanging cultural insights and scientific knowledge with them. Maya blinked in disbelief. So, we've inadvertently created a massive cultural exchange program? Kenji grinned wider. Exactly. And now, with this diplomatic vessel approaching, we have a chance to bring it all into the open. As the implications sank in, Maya's mind raced. They had prepared for conflict, ready to defend Earth. Instead, they had stumbled into a position of strength and mutual understanding. We need to move quickly, Maya said, turning to the president. If we approach the Union's diplomatic vessel openly, explain Sci, and offer to return their scout ships, we might turn this into a true first contact. President Hale nodded, her expression resolute. Agreed. Dr. Ortiz, Dr. Nakamura, you will lead the delegation. Your expertise will be crucial. As the meeting adjourned and preparations began, Maya stood beside Kenji, still processing the sudden turn of events. Why didn't you tell me? Kenji's usual grin softened. At first, we weren't sure what we were dealing with. By the time we understood, we thought it was safer to keep it contained. I am sorry, Maya. Maya nodded, understanding even if she didn't like it. What's important now is how we move forward. Any advice on alien diplomacy from your conversations? Kenji laughed. Oh, I've got stories for you. Did you know the Valnor communicate partially through scent? Hours later, as their shuttle approached the enormous alien vessel, Maya felt a mix of nerves and excitement. The Sci system hummed softly in the background, ready to protect Earth if things went wrong. But for the first time, Maya truly believed it wouldn't be necessary. Kenji glanced at her. Ready to make history? Maya squared her shoulders. Let's show the galaxy what humanity is really made of. As the airlock cycled and the door opened, Maya realized that this moment wasn't just about first contact. It was about demonstrating humanity's adaptability, innovation, and capacity for understanding. On the other side stood a tall, regal figure with 4 eyes and shimmering tentacles. Admiral Kellner Eriks himself. Smiling, Maya stepped forward. On behalf of Earth, welcome. We have quite a story to share. As the airlock door slid open, Maya Ortiz and Kenji Nakamura stepped into the alien vessel. The sight before them was breathtaking. A grand hall with walls of translucent, shifting material that seemed to shimmer with a spectrum of colors. The ceiling arched high above, adorned with intricate patterns that moved fluidly, like a living tapestry. Admiral Kellner Eriks, flanked by Commander Tyla Oren and several other alien dignitaries, waited at the end of the hall. Eriks's tentacles curled in what Maya hoped was a gesture of welcome, and his 4 eyes blinked rhythmically, focusing on the visitors with a mix of curiosity and caution. Welcome to the star's embrace, Eriks's translator device announced in a deep, resonant voice. I am Admiral Kellner Eriks of the Galactic Union. Please come forward. Maya and Kenji approached, their hearts pounding in sync with the rhythmic pulse of the alien surroundings. As they neared the Admiral, Eric's tentacles extended in a gesture that Maya interpreted as an invitation to speak. "Thank you, Admiral," Maya began, her voice steady despite the awe she felt. "We appreciate the opportunity to discuss our situation openly. I am Dr. Maya Ortiz, and this is Dr. Kenji Nakamura. We come bearing an important message about our technological capabilities and our intentions." Eric's eyes focused intently on Maya. "We have heard much about your shield technology. However, it is essential that we understand its full implications. Please explain to us in detail how it operates." Maya took a deep breath and started her presentation. The shield system utilizes quantum entanglement and dimensional phasing to redirect objects into parallel dimensions. This technology is purely defensive. We have used it to avoid direct conflict by diverting scout ships into alternate realities, where they remain temporarily until we return them. This system has allowed us precious time to prepare for first contact. A murmur of interest rippled through the assembled alien delegates. Maya noticed a mixture of amazement and skepticism on their faces. Kenji stepped in to support her explanation. In addition to its defensive applications, Kenji said, the system has inadvertently facilitated a unique form of communication. The dimensional shifts created a quantum resonance that allowed us to exchange information with the displaced alien crews. Eric's eyes blinked rapidly, reflecting his deep concentration. "You have managed to communicate with our displaced scout ships?" "Yes," Kenji confirmed. "We've shared cultural insights, scientific knowledge, and even some philosophical exchanges. The response from the alien crews has been overwhelmingly positive. They are fascinated by the experience and eager to learn more." Eric's tentacles curled thoughtfully. "This revelation is unexpected. We had feared the worst when our fleets vanished. The notion that a young species like humanity could possess such advanced technology seemed improbable. Yet, your explanation presents a new perspective." The Admiral turned to the other delegates, who were engaged in quiet conversation. Maya could sense the shifting mood in the room, a mix of amazement and cautious optimism. Suddenly, a tall, spindly figure with iridescent scales slithered forward. Its compound eyes were fixed on Maya and Kenji, radiating a fierce intensity. "This is unacceptable," the figure declared. The voice was sharp and filled with anger. Eric's translator device conveyed the words of the Aryan ambassador, Skuth. "You have concerns, Ambassador?" Skuth's multiple limbs quivered. "These primitives have been manipulating space-time itself, interfering with our operations and eavesdropping on our personnel. This is not the behavior of a peaceful species preparing for first contact. It is a foundation for galactic domination." Maya's heart raced. This was the reaction they had dreaded. "Ambassador, I assure you, our intentions have been purely defensive. Our actions were meant to protect Earth and buy time for preparation." Skuth's eyes glowed ominously. "Your actions speak louder than words. You've demonstrated the ability to remove entire fleets from reality. What's to prevent you from doing the same to populated worlds that oppose you?" The room erupted into chaos. Alien delegates voiced their concerns and demands in a cacophony of languages, overwhelming the translation systems. Eric struggled to restore order, his tentacles waving in an attempt to calm the growing unrest. Kenji leaned close to Maya, his expression urgent. "We need to address these concerns head-on. We can't let fear and misunderstanding derail this opportunity." Maya nodded, her mind racing. "I agree. We need to be transparent about our intentions and demonstrate that we seek peaceful engagement, not conflict." As the room settled into uneasy silence, Eric's voice cut through. "Let us hear more from the Terran delegation. Perhaps there is a way to address these concerns constructively." Maya took a deep breath and stepped forward again. "Thank you, Admiral Eric's. To address the ambassador's concerns, we want to assure you that our technology is solely for defense. We are willing to collaborate with the Galactic Union to establish protocols that ensure transparency and mutual trust." Skuth's eyes remained skeptical, but the atmosphere in the room seemed to calm slightly. Eric's eyes shifted from Maya to Skuth, then back to Maya. "Very well," Eric said. "If the Terrans are committed to transparency and peaceful interaction, we will explore the possibility of establishing a formal dialogue. However, any actions that suggest further manipulation of space-time or interference with Union operations will not be tolerated." Maya felt a wave of relief mixed with apprehension. "We understand, Admiral. We are prepared to cooperate fully and work towards a mutually beneficial relationship." As the meeting continued, Maya and Kenji presented detailed plans for collaboration and transparency. They discussed ways to build trust and address the concerns of the Galactic Union. The dialogue was tense but productive, and Maya could sense that they were making progress. After hours of negotiations, the mood in the room shifted from suspicion to cautious optimism. The Galactic Union delegates seemed willing to give humanity a chance to prove its intentions. As the meeting concluded, Eric's addressed Maya and Kenji once more. "You have made a strong case for peaceful coexistence. We will proceed with further discussions and establish a framework for cooperation. This is a significant step forward for both our peoples." Maya and Kenji exchanged relieved smiles. "Thank you, Admiral Eric's. We look forward to working together," Maya said. As they left the conference hall, Maya reflected on the day's events. The path ahead was uncertain, but humanity had taken a crucial step toward establishing its place in the galaxy. The shield system had played a pivotal role in protecting Earth, but now it was time to build bridges and foster understanding. Kenji turned to Maya with a grin. "Well, that went better than expected. Ready for the next chapter?" Maya nodded, a determined look in her eyes. "Absolutely. This is just the beginning. We have a lot of work ahead, but we'll face it together." As they prepared to return to Earth, Maya felt a renewed sense of purpose. The journey of first contact had begun, and humanity was poised to make its mark on the galactic stage. Back on Earth, the atmosphere was electric. The news of the diplomatic breakthrough with the Galactic Union had spread like wildfire, capturing the imagination of millions. As Maya, Ortiz, and Kenji Nakamura arrived at their facility, they were met with a mix of celebration and anticipation. In the central operations room, a large screen displayed live feeds from around the globe. News anchors were abuzz with updates, while social media platforms were inundated with posts about the historic event. Despite the public excitement, Maya and Kenji knew that the real work was just beginning. Maya addressed the gathered team, her voice cutting through the noise of excitement. "We've made significant progress today, but we have to remain focused. The next steps are crucial for ensuring that our newfound relationship with the Galactic Union is both productive and secure." Kenji nodded, his usual grin replaced by a more serious expression. "We need to prepare detailed briefings for the Union about our technological capabilities and how we plan to cooperate. Additionally, we need to develop protocols for ongoing communication and collaboration." Maya turned to her team, which included scientists, engineers, and diplomats. "We'll need to expedite our plans for the joint task force that will work with the Union. We'll also be organizing workshops to familiarize ourselves with their technology and culture." As the team got to work, Maya's thoughts were interrupted by a message from President Sonia Hale, requesting an urgent meeting. Maya and Kenji hurried to the Oval Office, where the president awaited them with a concerned expression. "Dr. Ortiz, Dr. Nakamura, thank you for coming on such short notice," President Hale said. "I've just received the communication from Admiral Eric's. There's been a development that we need to discuss." Maya and Kenji exchanged puzzled looks. "What's happened?" Maya asked. "The Admiral has informed us that a faction within the Galactic Union is advocating for a more aggressive stance toward humanity," President Hale explained. "They believe our technology could be a threat, and they're pushing for stricter measures and sanctions." Kenji's eyes widened. "But we've just begun establishing a dialogue. How can they turn so quickly?" President Hale sighed. "The concerns of the Aryan Ambassador Skuth and other delegates have sparked fear among some factions. They worry that our technology might be used for purposes beyond defense. We need to address these concerns head-on to prevent further escalation." Maya nodded, her mind racing. "We need to demonstrate our commitment to transparency and peaceful coexistence. If we can showcase the positive impact of our collaboration, we might be able to sway public opinion within the Union. President Hale agreed. I'm counting on you both to lead this effort. We need a comprehensive presentation that addresses their concerns and highlights the benefits of our cooperation. As Maya and Kenji left the Oval Office, they began formulating a plan. They knew that their upcoming presentation needed to be both compelling and reassuring. They would showcase the successes of their preliminary exchanges with the Union and present concrete proposals for mutual benefit. In the days that followed, Maya and Kenji worked tirelessly with their teams. They prepared detailed reports, organized evidence of their peaceful intentions, and arranged for virtual demonstrations of the SHIELD system's capabilities. They also planned to highlight the cultural and scientific exchanges that had already taken place. Meanwhile, President Hale convened a special summit with global leaders to ensure unified support for the diplomatic efforts. The summit emphasized the importance of maintaining a strong, consistent stance on peaceful engagement with the Galactic Union. On the day of the presentation, Maya and Kenji, accompanied by a team of top scientists and diplomats, arrived at the Galactic Union Embassy on Earth. The setting was a sleek, futuristic facility with advanced technology and elegant design, reflecting the Union's sophisticated culture. Admiral Eric's and several high-ranking Union officials awaited them. The atmosphere was tense, but Maya and Kenji were determined to make a strong impression. "Thank you for meeting with us again, Admiral Eric's," Maya began. "We understand the concerns that have been raised, and we're here to address them directly." Eric's eyes glinted with interest. "Please proceed." Kenji stepped forward. "We've prepared a comprehensive overview of our technology and our intentions. We want to demonstrate that our SHIELD system is strictly defensive and that our goal is to foster a cooperative relationship." Maya and Kenji presented their detailed briefing, showcasing evidence of the positive interactions with the displaced alien crews and the extensive measures they had taken to ensure transparency. They highlighted the potential benefits of collaboration, including joint scientific research and cultural exchanges. The Union officials listened intently, their expressions a mix of skepticism and curiosity. Maya could sense the weight of their scrutiny, but she also noticed a glimmer of hope in their eyes. As the presentation concluded, Eric's addressed the group. "Your efforts to provide clarity and demonstrate goodwill are commendable. However, there are still concerns that need to be addressed before we can fully embrace this new partnership." Maya took a deep breath. "We're committed to working through these concerns. We're prepared to establish joint committees to oversee our interactions and ensure that our technology is used solely for its intended defensive purposes." Eric's nodded slowly. "We will take your proposals under advisement. In the meantime, we will continue to discuss the matter within the Union and work towards a resolution." As Maya and Kenji left the embassy, they felt a mix of relief and anticipation. They had made progress, but the road ahead was still uncertain. The fate of their diplomatic efforts now depended on how well they could address the remaining concerns and build lasting trust with the Galactic Union. Back at their facility, Maya and Kenji continued their preparations, working closely with their teams and engaging in ongoing discussions with Union representatives. The atmosphere was one of cautious optimism, tempered by the knowledge that they had to navigate a complex and evolving situation. As Maya reviewed the latest updates, she couldn't help but reflect on the gravity of their mission. They were not only representing Earth, but also setting the stage for a new era of interstellar diplomacy. Kenji approached with a thoughtful expression. "We've made some headway, but it's clear that this is just the beginning. We need to stay vigilant and continue to build on the progress we've made." Maya nodded. "Absolutely. We've shown that humanity is capable of innovation and diplomacy. Now we need to prove that we can sustain and grow this new relationship." As they worked late into the night, Maya and Kenji remained focused on their goal. The journey ahead was fraught with challenges, but they were determined to pave the way for a future where Earth and the Galactic Union could work together in harmony. The next chapter of their story was unfolding, and with each step, they moved closer to bridging the divide between two worlds. The future of humanity's place among the stars was being shaped, and Maya and Kenji were at the heart of this historic endeavor.